Hey, I'm going to tell you absolutely everything I've learned about pricing, how it affects the business, how it affects my business, like as an example, and everything that you can basically keep in mind if you want to steal my price things, which could literally triple your profit with the same number of clients, make clients happier by charging them more, make them happier, have more income, faster income coming in, etc. Just a better business, literally just a better business. So when thinking about pricing, there's a few things that get massively affected by it. And I'll explain my current pricing and my future pricing and kind of the differences and some of the metrics behind it to get a better understanding of what's going on. So my current pricing, I charge $200 per booked call for my clients, right? Now the average LTV right now is about $1,200. I think it's been increasing a little bit up because I have a bunch of new clients signed on. So when a new client signs on, they'll have like obviously the baseline. Um, so if I get rid of the newer clients and only focus on current clients, let's say that have been working with me for a while, it's more like 1.5k LTV, right? Cool. The closing rate is about 30 to 40%. Let's say 30%, just be more conservative. So obviously it matters how much your closing rate is if you're worrying about pricing, right? That's kind of number of things, right? The issue with this is that every time I book a call for a client, they're hyper skeptical or very skeptical of it because they're being charged for every single time. Because now imagine if you paid one time and you had a year of a service, if you had a couple of days of bad service, you're like, oh, well, I'm going to have a year left of it. It's like, it's probably going to fix itself. It's like, I have a year of it. I have to do a year of it anyways. Might as well just wait. I'm not just kind of cancel out. I already paid for a year, right? But if you're paying every day for a year and you have some bad days of the thing not working, you're thinking like, what's going on here, right? So this is one issue of the model. And now the clients can have a bunch of bad calls, but it's fine. At the end of the day, I'm happy to replace calls that are not good quality because the the CAC, the cost of acquiring a client, is less than the cost of replacing calls, even if I'm not meant to replace them, and giving them a bunch of free calls, even if I'm not meant to give them those calls based on the agreement, just to make them happy, right? What I've done now, and this is the new pricing model, and I'll explain how it works, how it's different. Firstly, there is generally a bad belief around how much you're able to charge. There are people charging 15 grand for 3 months of service to solo insurance agents, to solo real estate agents, like individual people who are generally seen as broke. There's people like Charlie Morgan charging 10 to 12k for information. Not even anything, not even like literally do it yourself. He has the information, we'll give you the information for 12 grand. And they're closing at 20% or more, right? So people have no money. Just want to put that out there just to break some level of belief around how much you're able to charge. Now, my idea, and this is even me not even pushing as far as I should be at all, but at the very baseline, to charge 12k for 3 months, which is 4k per month, where they'll get at least 20 qualified appointments per month. Now, just based on this, what this does is the LTV goes from 1.5k to 4k. It's almost a 3 times LTV of the client increase, at the least if they only do the first month. If they do all 3 months, there will be an increase of 8 times LTV. That means I can assign 8 times less clients and make the same amount of money. 8 times less clients. Now, not just that, if clients are paid for a month, first of all, they'll be less skeptical in each appointment. Second of all, they have more time for us to help them, give them feedback. They have more time to improve their skills to better deal with the leads, because the leads are the same. Some clients get amazing results, some clients get terrible results. It's the same leads. The system hasn't changed between one person and another. So it's just based on maybe a bit of luck. Some go good calls, some go not good calls. Other part is just their skills. So they have more time to improve their skills better. They have more time to get some really high quality calls in which turn into closed deals, the better. And then because if you get a couple closed deals, they're going to be like, sick, these guys are great. Because one closed deal for 1 month, one closed deal is great. It's like the ROI is huge. The ROI for my service is huge. So first of all, I can increase our pricing again just from that. But more likely to get results from it because you have more time to train them, and generally as well, the people who are able to pay more are the people who generally get better results regardless. So you get better clients who have more time with you, so they get better results. They're less skeptical at every appointment. We have more time to train them. We have less clients, we can spend more time helping them. Each client is worth more. We have less things of delivering results for clients who had wrong expectations or something, who just said, look, I don't really give a fuck. You either do what I want, or I'm going to speak with my bank, I'm going to go to Amex, and you're going to lose all your money, and tough, it's not my fault, and not a problem. Don't really give a fuck. People are like that. People are actually, they're genuinely bad people out there in the world. So I have less of that. Less people just going like, oh, well, you know, I'm just not that very happy. I've done a few calls, paid like $1,000 only, and I'm not very happy. So I just want my money back. I don't care what I agreed. I don't care what the contract says, because people like that. People just like that. So I've less of those, less disputes. I know about the numbers already. I've charged 4K in the past. Less disputes, less just giving clients appointments just for no reason. So just when I already have high margins, my LTV could go up to 8 times or more. Because what's going to happen at the end of these 3 months, they automatically get put onto a 3.5K, 3K, 4K, whatever retainer automatically. It's not like a decision you'll make then. It automatically will get put onto it. It's not like a decision. When people always or generally go with the default, if it's now make another decision, it creates unnecessary friction. So you make the default what you want, and they're more likely to do it. So let's say a theoretical 4 to 8 times higher LTV. They can sign 4 to 8 times less clients and still make the same amount of money, which, if you think about it in terms of closing rate, that means my closing rate could go from 30% to 8%, and I'm still making the same amount of money with 4 times less clients who will be getting better results, who will be maybe referring me more people, which literally they have. The clients who pay me 3, 4, 5 plus K, those clients are referring me the most clients. Those are clients who end up being the references. Those clients get best results, etc. So basically what's going to be happening is I will get not only clients worth more, my close rate's not going to drop from 30% to 8%. It's going to maybe drop to, let's say, 15%. So I'll get more money up front. So 200 up front, I'll get 3K, 4K up front. I have less clients, so I can help more, who get better results, high profit margin on these clients. The LTV goes up. So actually have just more profit in the business. First of all, more profit, less clients to worry about. Sales guys, they get 10% of the 4K versus the entire 200 up front. So if they just close at least half the closing rates or more, which is super reasonable. I've closed 30-35% with 4K offers before myself because of how I frame it. But they can have slightly less closing rate, make more commission with these calls. I was going to change up the messaging a little bit in the offers and stuff I'm sending out, which will get different types of clients coming through. But it's basically, sales guys will make more money doing this. I'll make way more money. Clients get way better results. We have to help way more clients. I have less clients to worry about. So I have less just operational complexity. Way more profit margin. Way less dumbass disputes of bullshit. It's just like, it's literally just a better business. And even what I'm thinking now with just 4K is already at the low end of the deal. I can immediately go up to 8K per month for 3 months, which is what, 24K. And the 24K LTV, that's what Alex Mosey said before, if you have at least an LTV of 20K, you can scale to $1 million a month. Because I'm signing 50 clients a month at 20 plus K LTV. I'm there. I'm at $1 million a month revenue, right? It's done. That's it. It's not that hard. If you have 50, let's say 5 sales guys, they close 10 people a month, that's what, 2 and a bit people a week, 2.5 people a week. So you close 2.5 people a week. If you have 8 sales calls a day for a week, right? It's 40 sales calls in a week. You have to close 2.5 of those people for the 5 sales guys, and you have $1 million a month business. If you have a good LTV, obviously in the back end, and obviously with that, you get clients better results, will make the LTV go higher, and you choose better quality clients. And from that, you can also tailor the system to the clients. These better clients will also give you better feedback, and also since they're better clients, the people have actually more business acumen and knowledge. They'll be able to give you feedback on the service, which might actually make you able to improve it more and get better results, which is literally what's happened in the past for me for clients who've paid more money. It's like such a night and day, like almost like obvious thing. Just charge more. If you're charging $100 and it's costing you, actually give it off, cool, charging $100, and it's costing you, for reference sake, $80 to deliver on the service, whether it's spread across cost of acquiring the clients, actually delivering the service, etc. Like all the kind of cost of the business. Yeah, so 20% margins. If you just doubled your prices to $200, you go from $20 of profit per client to $120 of profit per client. That's 6 times more profit per client. So just increasing the price, like not even thinking about it, if you just increase your price, your margins will suddenly just go up massively. So what the numbers I just gave you now with the whole profit margins thing, from 20% to, but it will actually go up to 60% margins, but it's actually a 6 times increase in profit, because $20 to $120 is 6 times increase. So you can massively change your business by just changing your pricing. Literally nothing changing about business. It's just the pricing of going from $200 up front to 4K at least, and it massively changes the business. So I see no reason why I shouldn't be doing this. Genuinely, I don't see why I shouldn't just increase even more than that, go from 4 to 6K a month, or 6 to 8K a month. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't. And I know if I had clients like that, I'd be giving them better service and focusing more on them, which to get them better service. That's the idea. That's the improvements I'm going to make. And again, if I just have clients or sales guys who can close one person a week, that's 16K a month revenue per sales guy, which they'll make 1.6K, which is a decent amount to make. It's all right. That makes 16K per sales guy for 4 sales guys. That's 60K, 64K, 68K, whatever the amount is. 64K in 1 month. Just new cash collected, not even worry about the back end. And that's 1 deal a week. Imagine you have 8 sales calls a day, 40 sales calls, you have to close one of them of the 4 sales guys. It makes such blatantly obvious sense to do that. I don't see why not. I mean, I can't see any reason why I can't close 2 people a week, which would make it 128K from new cash collected. So 128K, over 100K a month business, making $1.5 million a year basically from just changing the pricing. And that's just on the front end, nothing on the back end. And also, guys dispute less. They have less issues. They do better because they're just better people. They have better business knowledge, and it's also less money for them. So yeah, that's everything. Everything I've learned of pricing, everything I've realized, learned from Alex Hormozi, based his playbooks, based on everything, and hopefully it was useful for you. And if it was, great. Hopefully I can provide more value as I learn things with a constant ebb and flow of learning more shit. But yeah, all right.